Okay, speaking about the recent COVID deaths, in recent days we had the country's recorded 10 COVID-19 deaths. Can you speak a little bit about that? What's happening
Yes,
there?
and I don't want to sugarcoat anything. We are, like the rest of the world, in another surge. For some countries, it's a third surge. Guyana certainly is a third wave. In some countries, it's a fourth surge. There are countries like Brazil where it has gone out of control. Um, and so people should not make a mistake. Yes, we have vaccination, but we have to continue practicing good public health measure because there is a real surge in Guyana with an increasing number of people getting infected, particularly in regions 4, 3, 6. But in all 10 regions, we're seeing a spike. Some are slight, but in some regions, it is a meaningful spike, a significant spike. But even within a country without any new importation, the virus will continue to change. Every time it gets transmitted from one person to the next, there is a possibility of it changing. The virus that is circulating now has learned how to transmit itself more effectively. So you see an easier transmission occurring around the country. And you see many young people now showing up with symptoms. It is not the first time that young people are getting infected. It has happened throughout since March of last year. But young people are now getting sicker because the virus is making people across the board sicker, including young people. But it is also doing something else. It is not only making them sicker, it is making them sicker more rapidly. So that the time span between getting infected and getting severe symptoms enough to require you being hospitalized and oftentimes moved into the ICU is a shorter time span. And whereas before virtually all of the persons who got really sick and had to be in the ICU were people with comorbidity, diabetes, hypertension, some other chronic condition. Now there are healthy young people with no known comorbidity who are getting very, very sick. To stay at home if you don't have to come out. Because every time you leave home, you are putting your life at risk. So if you don't have to come out, don't come out. Taking a break from drinking in the bars and hanging out on the seawall and so for a short while until we bring this thing under control will not affect your life that much. Getting sick and going into the hospital and probably not ever coming out makes a big difference. And if it doesn't make a difference to your life, it certainly makes, because you're not going to be around to know, but it makes a difference to your family's lives.
Recently, we also saw a number of young persons being arrested by the task force. With this deadlier surge that's more, attacking young persons, would you recommend a complete lockdown of, let's say, Region 4 or any of the regions that's been reporting these issues?
I don't think we need to go to a complete lockdown. I think we have to ensure that people adhere to the public health measures. And that's why we have encouraged the joint services to patrol and to make sure that if people will not voluntarily do so, that we take measures to ensure that large gatherings are not allowed. I am hoping that people will act responsibly that this country does not have to seriously consider a total lockdown. I'm encouraged to see greater enforcement. There are people, because I'm an influential person, people call me. They get arrested by the police. They know me. They call me to intervene, and I have made it clear to them that if you get arrested because you're in a bar, because you were hanging out in a large group by the police, don't call me, because I will tell the police to lock you up twice the amount of time. So this is how serious I am. There are family members who have called me over the weekend to say they were just having a little family get together with 25, 30 people. And the police came and break it up and arrest some of them. There are sports people in this country, prominent sports people, who got to call me. And I said to them, no, I'm not intervening, and don't allow the police to talk to me, because then I will tell them to be even more stringent with you. So this is where we are right now, and I hope that people do the sensible thing, the responsible thing, stop being reckless.